friends. Welcome back to another episode of Two Idiot Girls. Woo! How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know what? These little minis of the Alanis, they're tea.
Yeah.
They're fucking tea.
They have the packets too that you can mix with water.
Yeah.
They don't taste the same, but they're okay. I don't mind them. Yeah.
Those minis are tea, honestly, because sometimes you just want a little.
Sure.
You don't want a big. And I didn't think I would be like moved by them as I am currently, but I'm enjoying them.
I think that's good because you never finish them anyways.
That's not true. When I go to the gym, I do.
Well, I think those are more cost efficient for you. I agree.
You are correct. That being said, you are correct.
What was I gonna say? How you been?
Well,
should we address all the doctors in our comments?
Yes. Doctors, back off me. I wrote this in the comments, but my username looks like a fake one, and I don't know why. Okay. Like I look like a bad fake account of myself. Okay. Yeah. However, those episodes are pre-recorded. That being said, to catch you up, shortly after we recorded that, it did in fact get worse. I went to the doctor. I am A-okay now. Nothing was wrong with my kidneys, as I assumed, because the pain...
She didn't have any other symptoms, yeah.
Yeah, and the pain was at the base of my spine. It wasn't on my kidneys, and I made sure to ask the doctor about it. All of that being said, I am cleaned out and A-okay. I am healthy as a horse now, so thank you, though, for all of your concerns. Trust me, I was becoming my own doctor very quickly.
I was trying
to which I said, what am I doing? Let me just go to the doctor.
Sure. So I was trying to, even then, she was on antibiotics. A lot of people were like, Azo doesn't clear it. I know. It's okay. I know. She was taking that before as a preventative measure until we were able to get antibiotics.
And because the pain.
Which she did take antibiotics and it did clear it out a little bit. Then it came back. Then she got other antibiotics, all prescribed by doctors.
Yes, exactly.
And the doctor told us what to do, girl.
Also, team, not my first rodeo. Not my first UTI. My worst one, I will say, but not my first one. And I'm almost 30. Trust me when I say I know all about Azo. I know all about antibiotics.
Is it Azo? I always say Azo.
Potato, I think.
I was just curious. I don't care.
I honestly don't know. But someone will correct me. But that being said, we appreciate the concern. But I am okay, and I promise I'm not a fucking holistic healer to that extent. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
When I know it's gone too far, it's gone too far. So I will go to the doctor. And I am all good to go now. That's all at the end of the Rainbow Road. We are good to go.
Yes.
We're clear. So clear for takeoff. And yeah, what else?
I went to WeHo Pride yesterday.
Oh, yes.
I met a bunch of little freaks. It was really fun. Good times. Ran into Tom Schwartz from Vanderpump Rules, if you guys are familiar with him.
Whoever that is.
You could have pointed to any white man and said that was him, and I would believe you.
You and me both, Queen.
I literally made up my friend look up a picture of him because I didn't believe that was him when it was.
Like, and who the hell is that?
And I looked up, and I worked on a music video that he was in, and I did it, but that was 100 years ago. But
oh, nice.
What's it called? Yeah, I met a bunch of little fans. It was really fun. Got to go to WeHo Pride for a little bit, like the actual like out loud event. It was really, really cool.
Period.
Filmed a brand deal that I'm really excited about.
Nice.
Oh, team, I started a new my voice is so annoying. I'm really sorry. I started a new video game.
Oh, yeah.
Called Lost Records Bloom in Rage. And I found it on TikTok because they said there's lesbians in it, and that's why I got it. That game is made by the same people that did Life is Strange, which I've never played, but I've watched Sarah Baska play. That's the only reason I know about it.
Loved.
And this is how I know my brain has been so rotted. I'm like, how do we watch this in 2x? How do we watch the dialogue in 2x? How do we
talk faster.
2x faster.
Hey, talk faster. That's
my only complaint about it. And then I sit there and I'm just like going, I just feel like it's really long. It is so beautifully made. I will say that. And I am having a blast. There's no fighting. There's something like either supernatural or kind of scary supposed to happen in the game, so I'm a little nervous for that.
Right.
Because we all know I have not been able to finish The Last of Us, the video game, because it is too scary.
Right.
So we'll see about that, but I am enjoying myself with that game.
That's awesome. I love a new game. I have a new game. I haven't played it yet, but I did start reading a new book.
Okay, cool.
I'm on my grind. My next book, Phantasma.
Oh yeah, you talked about it last episode.
I do know. Yeah, so I know. Well, I started it for realsies.
Oh, okay.
Like, I actually started reading her for realsies because at the time when I started it, I'd only read like the first few pages.
Sure.
But like, I'm pretty into it now. About like a quarter in now.
Okay.
I'm enjoying myself, even though I do find it strange that they're like literally on Bourbon Street in New Orleans in that old timey era. Mm-hmm. And they're doing witchcraft and there's no people of color. I do find that shocking. But the plot I'm into. There's a lot of scary shit that happens in it.
Okay.
Which is not as typical for me in these reads. Like, there's always some spooky stuff, but not like that. Also, I love how many of you have been reading the 2 Viking books I've been talking my fucking ass off about.
Not getting paid to do it whatsoever.
Not at all. I do not work for Danielle Jensen. I do not. The
kindness of your heart.
I am nothing more than a testimony. I am a testimony. That is what I am. I am doing it off of my own free will. That being said, so many of you have been tagging me in your stories or sending me messages about it. I was literally messaging someone about it because I just needed to talk to someone about it. But so many of you have been telling me that I was so right about the plot twist. And someone was like, I can't believe you said plot twist, but there's like at least 2 or 3 in that entire book. And I was like, yeah, this shit's crazy. Okay. But I'm glad that so many of you are enjoying it. And now a lot of you have also recommended Phantasma to me. So that's another reason why it was on my list. So it is. And so far, so good. I will say this is probably the first love interest where he didn't have long hair, though. Different.
So it's
different vibes.
It's just Flynn Rider. I feel like anytime there's a love interest, it's just Flynn Rider.
Right. It's like Flynn Rider, but he looks like fucking Draco Malfoy. Like those Dramini fanfic fucking like edits where they make him like 6'8" and fucking he has like Hercules bod. Yeah. Like when they make him look like that, that's what this guy's supposed to look like. Sure. But Draco Malfoy. Okay. And I'm like, okay.
Flynn Rider.
Suspend disbelief.
I'll play along with the fantasy.
Suspend disbelief. I'm enjoying.
That's cool.
I'm enjoying. I will report back my findings. There is a lot of spooky shit in it, like scary, gory, spooky.
That's a fun change of environment for you, though.
That is true. I was telling Billy, I'm enjoying doing the fantasy reading, but like jumping from completely different genre to genre.
Yeah, I agree.
So I can kind of keep it fresh.
Not me. I want to read the same lesbian tropes over and over and over.
I know. Riding trains in Brooklyn. I know.
What was I going to tell you guys? Oh, I did finish Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I don't know if I talked about that in the last one. I don't think I had finished it yet.
I think I'm the worst person to ask, unfortunately. I don't remember.
I don't think I said I finished it. A lot of people saying I wasn't going to like Demi at the end of it. Here's what I will say. I think there were things that Taylor did that I'm confused as to why everyone was excusing it, and they were trying to frame it to make, they frame reality TV to make you have opinions. So this girl, Taylor's the main one. She started Mom Talk, right? Okay. And she's the one that was in the middle of the swinging scandal.
Right.
So in this season, she gets invited last minute to go present an award at the CMAs. She's the only girl that got to do it. She was really excited about it.
Right.
All the girls personally texted her.
Damn, that's like their mecca.
No, it is. So all the girls personally texted her that day and said, good luck. We're so excited for you, blah, blah, blah.
They pray facing the CMAs.
No, literally. That's their mecca. It's for real. It's the scene. I was
gonna Nashville, Tennessee's holy ground.
I was gonna say something else, and I'm gonna leave it out. But anyways, so they all.
Yeah, let me know if that should be cut.
She was mad and literally went on her Instagram story and posted all these stories talking shit on all of them because she was mad that none of them liked or commented on her post about it, and she was saying you guys are bad friends. But they were all saying, but we personally texted you, and she said you guys are jealous of me because I got to go. That was my understanding of what she was saying.
Right.
And I have always liked Taylor. I've never had, I don't give a fuck about any of them, but I've never felt anything weird about her. I've always been like, oh, but when I saw that and all the girls were saying, I text you though. She was like, it doesn't count. Why didn't you post it publicly? And it was, I think around Thanksgiving. So they were like, well, we were all with our kids. I wasn't looking at my phone. And then they were like, she's like, I don't know. It just seems weird. So then Demi gets mad and starts like, because then she has a bunch of fans, like Taylor's fans that come and they're attacking all the girls. Then Demi's fighting the fans and saying like, she's fake. You guys don't know this about her or whatever. And so then she gets in a fight. Then later Demi has a Christmas party and she invites everyone but Taylor because she's mad at her, obviously. Even though Taylor tried to apologize and Demi said, your apology is not genuine. I don't care.
Okay. Was the apology genuine?
No, because Taylor's saying, I'm sorry that people came after you. It was like one of those things, but I'm not sorry that I was mad. What are you talking about?
Okay.
So anyway, so they were fighting, and so then Demi has a Christmas party. She doesn't invite Taylor. Taylor's mom just shows up to the party. She does this a lot for Taylor. She'll like fight those girls for her, which I don't understand.
Taylor's mom.
Yes.
Okay.
So she came.
So Taylor's mom shows up uninvited to the Christmas party?
Asked to speak to Demi, and then Demi's yelling at her and saying that Taylor needs to like literally go fucking work and care about her fucking kids and stop trying to bully all of us. Would I have yelled at someone else's mom for my issues with the daughter? No. I think that was inappropriate 1000%. Do I also think it's planted and they want to make Demi the villain because she was everyone's favorite last season too, and I'm using my big girl brain? Also yes.
Okay, so when people are saying you're not gonna like Demi by the end of the
it's
show,
because she did that. There were things throughout it where they were saying that like, so Jesse's one of her best friends on the show. Demi and Jesse, they're best friends.
Okay.
See, all these names sound like the same person?
Well, yes, obviously. I'm picturing the same person.
Yeah.
I just changed the hairstyle. Every time it's the same face.
This one's a bob. This one's a braid. This one's a pony.
Exactly.
Okay.
This one has a curtain bang.
And Jessie, she does all of the girls' hair. She has like a hair care brand. And it's like $1 million business. She sells extensions. Like she sells courses for hair girls.
Oh, those girls have extensions. Let me tell you something.
She does all of their hair everywhere they go.
Like styles it, or like cuts and colors.
I think she just does extension installation, and then when they're out like doing a girls trip, she'll style all their hair like while they're there.
Damn, and you're on the job.
Her hair's always cute, but that's what she is. Like she just loves to give.
Oh, okay.
And she gives all of them.
That sucks though. If you're on vacation, I don't want to do your hair.
But I think that's what she loves to give to people.
No, I think that's sweet. I'm just saying, like, I would tell her, girl, chill out. You don't have to do anyone's hair.
So then Jessie and so they do this thing called the truth box every season. I don't know why they do it. It's so all of them can put something like a question in there to ask one of them. That's like
I think it's to create drama if there is none.
So then
just in case
they do a truth box, and Jessie reads a question that says, "How do you feel about Demi trying to get you off the show this season?" So Demi had said basically like,
and they're best friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she had said it was a miscommunication, and I feel like she explained it well throughout the season. And then by the end of the season, Taylor turned Jessie against Demi because she was mad that Demi was like trying to rally everyone around her. And the rest of the girls, their feelings about how Taylor was acting was, "You're being ridiculous. I don't care." You know what I mean? But for some reason, Demi was really upset. But I get it. The people were talking shit. So then Demi explains that she said, "I want more money." And they said, "Okay, if we give you more money, we have to kick Jessie off the show." And she said, "Okay." And so then they're saying, "That's fucked up. That's your best friend." But I guess she figured that out, whatever. Then Taylor tells Demi, well,
that is kind of fucked up. It is. Just kind of breezed past
your best friend. Yeah. But she said they had a long conversation about it, and she said there were things I didn't understand. And Jessie's like, "Yeah," and I felt like we had a good understanding about it. Like she said it was a miscommunication. So I was like, okay. And I'm going off what they're saying. Okay. Because again, I don't know or care about any of these white women. So then, and Layla's not white, about these women. Yeah. And so then Taylor, when her and Demi are fighting, Taylor tells Jessie in front of everyone, "Did you know I asked Demi if I should go get my hair done by you?" And she said, "No." And then Demi is all, "That's not what I said. I said, I don't know that they know how to cut and color the way you want your hair, but she's great for extensions." And then Jessie was like, "Well, it's like you're taking business away from me." And Demi was like, "She asked me. I'm being honest with her. I would never talk. You're my best friend. Why would I do that?" So then it started that whole drama. Then she did the Christmas party thing. Right. It was a lot. There's a lot. And somehow, you guys, the Vanderpump Villa, whatever the fuck that is tied into the show. I don't know how. What? But somehow it is.
Villa. Didn't they? Villa?
Then they're like, summer house? What are you saying?
Wait, Villa? What? Don't they have a restaurant?
Yes, that's Vanderpump Rules.
What is Villa? Aren't they a family?
No. Vanderpump Rules, the whole point of that show, it's Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant, and it's people, this is how it started.
They just work in the restaurant.
Yeah. Okay. But now Vanderpump Rules, I don't think is on anymore. There's a new season, and it's all new people because the main girl, like Ariana, didn't want to do it anymore or something.
Right. So it's just the restaurant.
Yeah.
Then what the fuck is the Villa?
Well, that's what I'm like, and what is Summer House?
I don't know, and I don't care. Don't tell me.
But anyways,
don't tell me I don't have any room.
So my opinion on Demi is that I don't care about any of these women. That's my opinion on it.
I feel like they probably know that Taylor girl is spearheading the drama at most points. Like she probably gets paid the most, so she probably has to curate the most drama. So I think do I think that I would feel some type of way if I was the only girl to get asked and nobody was publicly happy for me? Yeah, I think it would be fair to be like, well, that's kind of fucked up. Like, you guys know how much that meant to me, right? And then all of them kind of hiding behind like, I wasn't even looking at my phone.
But they
like
all personally congratulate each other. Like,
which is fine. I'm not saying.
I just heard that FX has a new original comedy coming out called Adults, which after watching the trailer feels all too familiar. Adults is a comedy that will feel relatable if you ever find humor in the struggles of being an adult in 2025. You know, like remembering your full social security number, or to drink water, or perhaps having your third existential crisis of the month. Best part is that all episodes will be ready for your next weekend binge. Watch FX's Adults Wednesdays on FX, all episodes now streaming on Hulu.
I'm not saying they didn't do anything.
I'm just saying so blown out of proportion.
I think it's a choice to not do it publicly because maybe you were feeling some type of way. If that's true, everyone's entitled to their feelings. That doesn't give her license to freak the fuck out like that at all. At the same time though, if you know that's what kind of girl she is, I don't think you should ever be shocked that she acts that way.
Which a lot of them I think that's why most of them were ignoring her.
Right, which is where Demi comes in. Like that's where I'm saying like in that regard, like you railing against her is going to do nothing but cause more problems because you know that's how she is. And that's why everyone else is like, you know that's how she is. So it kind of just feels like you're also creating drama, and maybe this Demi girl wants to be, maybe she wants to be center stage too, so maybe she wants to cause more drama.
As I say, it's very much so curated. I feel like that's when I'm watching it.
It's all planted and it's all part of the game. Like when they sign these contracts, like they sign away a lot of things, and one of them is like your fear of being perceived a certain way.
Yeah,
like
you have no control over the edit.
You sign that away, like when you join these shows. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a move for the head bitch seat, right?
Sure. Oh no, it is. Which is what she was saying. Like
she's like, all right, all you bitches are too cowardly to cause drama. I'll cause drama.
Yeah.
So like that's at the end of the day, that's really what it is.
Talking about like who's the leader of Mom Talk, and I want to ask them, what are we talking about?
And who is that?
Who is Mom Talk?
Who the hell is Mom Talk?
So, anyways, I did finish that show. I also did just finish the last episode of the newest season of Hacks. I talk about the show so much. It's so fucking funny. I recommend it to everyone.
Nice.
I'm 100 episodes behind on The Last of Us.
Me too.
And new Bob's Burgers have been dropping. I've watched 2 of them so far. Does it come out on Sundays? I don't know what day of the week it comes out on.
To me.
But when I watched the first new one, I literally had tears came to my eyes because I was like, I have not watched this show since March because I don't like to rewatch things. And I was like, I'll do The Great North, which I do love The Great North too. But it was so good. I just love that show so much. They're so funny.
Love.
Recommend. New season's good.
Should
we get into this week's topic, or do you have anything else to share? Okay, so this week we asked y'all we're following the TikTok trend, which is propaganda that I'm not falling for.
Yes, exactly.
And I do say propaganda with quotation marks because I do know that these are not real forms of propaganda. It's to be silly, okay?
Let's acknowledge and sign here. Thank you very much.
Do you have any? I put examples in there for people. I said being friends with exes. I'm not falling for that. Sorry.
Fuck no. And I said this. I've made this joke already once, but I said like, I don't believe in being friends with your exes unless you need to co-parent a child. Gays, I'm looking at you.
A human adult.
A human child.
Sorry.
Unless a human child, unless you're co-parenting a human child, then that is the only scenario in which I think being friends with your exes or in contact with your ex is okay.
Sure.
Any other scenario, it's never fucking okay. Like, it never works out ever in the history of time ever. And if it does, someone's lying. You know what I'm saying? If it does, someone's lying. Anywho.
Do you have one you want to share?
Golden Goose shoes.
Yes. Okay. I put not loving your body, not falling for that.
Yeah. Marathons. I think I said that.
These are all on the Patreon, though, so that's why they haven't heard these.
That's right. Stuff. Marathons.
Okay, so we're just gonna get started. Do you have any other ones you want to share?
Half marathons.
Fourth marathons.
2Ks.
What are those? What are the long ones that you're talking
Ultra marathons.
I'm not.
Get the fuck out of my face. Get out of my face immediately. You're crazy.
Okay, this first one's from Zach. He said, "Pioneer clothes at the club." What do you mean you're wearing a flowy blouse at the club with an ankle length skirt? And then in parentheses he wrote, "I'm from Utah though."
Well,
even the girlies on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, they're wearing House of CB
Where
dresses.
are the whores?
Yeah.
That's my question to y'all. Where are the whores? To the front, please. I am so tired of it. You know what's so funny? You know, Billy told me this the other day. He goes, you know, they joke about like how club culture is dead. Yeah. Like, and it was like, yeah, like, and by that I mean like I'm assuming straight club culture, because obviously gay club culture is very different.
It's forever.
But yeah, but straight club culture is dead. It's like it's just not a thing anymore.
No, it's mostly bars and stuff like that. Yeah, which I don't mind. Just, I love a bar. You know.
Yeah, but like, oh man, the club hated to see me coming in college. But it's because the dancing, like when you go to a bar, that's cool, but there's no dancing. Like they hardly ever have music anymore, and if they do, it's like top 40 hits. Like what the fuck. Anywho, so when we were talking about it, he goes, you know, they say club culture is dead, and I was like, yeah. He goes, I think that what the new version of that is the gym. And he was saying, and I said, what do you mean? Like, you don't do what you do in the gym in the club? And he goes, no, he means like the way people meet. You know, they're saying like, that's how I meet people. Like, how do you meet people nowadays? Because we used to be in the club. Yeah, because he's saying like the younger generation, like they join a gym and then they like talk and make friends with people at the gym, and I can never imagine doing this.
That is,
but we're older.
Horrifying to me.
But that's like what they do.
And I'm dying because at the gym I'm dying. I'm never. But
you know what's crazy is like he's right, because I think about sometimes when I see high school kids like walking around. Yeah. They all have gym passes. Like they all go to the fucking gym.
In high school,
nobody
I didn't
went
have
to
a
the
gym. Yeah, we worked out at school.
Like, yeah, and in the summer we would do like maybe UFC, but even then, like you would hardly go to the gym. If you guys worked out, it was like you would go do workout with some bullshit like that. Yeah, you go to the beach or shit like that.
That's crazy.
They go to the gym together in high school.
They're always at the gym.
They are, and they all have fucking lanyards, and then their fucking LA Fitness passes are like all swinging.
They're all wearing that wolf shit. They're all at the gym,
and they meet at the gym, bro. They like hang out.
You guys, is that where I'm gonna meet the woman of my dreams?
They make TikToks at the gym, bro. Like it's crazy. So I was like, that's so true.
What a great anthropological point of view.
He was like, that's their new club culture, is that like that's how they meet people.
I will say friends. Too, I feel like club culture took a really big hit because of COVID and lockdown.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why.
But the gyms didn't. I don't know why. Gyms are grosser. What the fuck? As gross as a club. That's interesting.
Isn't that so crazy? And I was like, that's so true. And I was thinking like, I cannot imagine and here's the thing, like when I was in college, like initially I was like, what, I went to college when I was 17, then I turned 18 when I was in college, so like 18, 19 years old, like I would go to the gym on campus, sure, and I would see people from school there, sure. That's not where I talk to them.
I'm not talking to anyone at the fucking gym. No way.
Like we'd see each other and acknowledge each other, sure, maybe. The club is where you'll fucking see me. The bar, the fucking house parties. No more house parties.
I told you, me and Brittany were just talking about bring back house parties.
I loved.
I told her I went to a pregame. In
college.
Yeah, I went to a pregame recently. Yeah. I walked in and then I said I smelled weed, some tequila, and Victoria's Secret bombshell, and I felt like I was home again.
And for some reason, one red light. What's that about? Just one red light.
When they're talking about take me back to God's country, I'm talking about a house party.
And it stinks. Yeah. And it's awful.
It's sweaty. It's a little hot in there.
But you're like, oh my God, he's here. No, he's here. He sees me. No, he's here. That's how it feels. Oh, you guys don't get it. And you know what's crazy is like, I was telling Billy, I was like, that sucks. Like, you bitches are on some David Goggins shit. Oh, you would have hated to see me in college. Like, I was like, that's not how you meet people when I'm that age. And so it's just new. It's different. It's true. Crazy. It's fucking crazy. And we sound so old. But it's crazy.
Back in my day, it was like 5 years ago.
And that's why it's like some kids are like, oh, everyone goes to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym. Where do you meet people?
That's gym. That's honestly such a good point, because I do get questions like that all the time. I'm like, what are you saying to me?
How do you meet people that's not like the gym?
What?
The gym? I ain't talking to people at the gym. You be meeting people at the gym?
That's so interesting. I never thought of it.
We've said gym 1,000 times, but still.
Who is Jim?
Is Jim? When will you gym?
So this next one's from Kara. She said matcha. I'm yet to find a nice place to have one in Scotland. All the ones I've tried taste like fish.
In Scotland? Good fucking luck.
I don't like matcha. I don't like matcha. I don't like matcha either, but I respect other people's interests, and that's okay.
I think, and this is my very neutral take, and take it, leave it, whatever. I think that even at its best, and I've had some really good matcha, even at its best, still tastes like grass.
Dirt, a little bit of dirt,
kind of like alcohol. Like no matter how old you get, like you'll start to love certain cocktails as you get older, and you'll be like, this is my fucking drink. It still kind of tastes like shit, just a little bit. That's how matcha is to me.
Sure,
it's like we can acknowledge that
it's kind of like coffee. You just get used to it.
You just get used to it. Yeah. And then coffee can be super super duper delicious in my opinion. But like it's kind of like espresso shots, like always gonna taste like ass. Like it's just that shit where it's like we don't have to agree that it's 100% awesome all the time, but we can agree that it does taste like grass every time. Yes, no matter how good, no matter how much strawberry almond milk you put in there, still kind of tastes like grass, and that's okay. I'm okay with the grass taste.
We're all allowed to like different things. That's okay.
I am fond of it. I've had some really fucking good matcha. I would love to get more into it. Unfortunately, because of the grass taste, it does give me cotton mouth.
Yes.
So not a fan of that.
Okay.
Not a huge fan. But I persevere. And yet I persevere.
And yet I persist.
I will continue to try matchas.
Nonetheless, she persisted.
Yeah.
This next one's from Lauren. She wrote in quotation marks, "Why is nobody talking about?" And then she just wrote, "Don't care." That's why I feel about videos like that.
Oh, why is nobody talking about? Yeah. Oh, ass, like head ass videos. That's what it says. Yeah.
Why is no one talking about this? And it's about something that everyone's talking about.
Well, and it's like, why can't you go viral any other way?
Yeah.
That's what I want to comment on videos like that. Because you're a fucking performative activist. Get the fuck off my page.
Well, even then, like, they're talking about, like, why is someone talking about how the women in Secret Lives of Mermaid Lives are mean to... Everyone's talking about that. What are you talking about?
Well, it's just the most non-take. Yeah. Like, if you say that fuck-ass sentence, you better put something unbelievable at the end of it that I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's the only time in which it doesn't bother me. Unfortunately, 99.9% of the time, it's always something dumb.
Yeah.
Or very obvious.
I was going to say, especially with everything going on like politically and stuff right now.
Yeah.
It's people love to use that sentence and say at the end of it, why is no one talking about how racism is super bad right now? And it's the person you've seen that girl post 100 or whoever it is.
It's the
hundreds of videos not giving a fuck about it, but now they care.
It's the most apolitical person you know. Yeah. Like, it's just fucking annoying. It's just, and you know what's funny is like, again, like talking about it and being about it are two different things. And to me, hit dogs holler. So like if someone is just consistently posting about all the good things they're doing and in spite of everyone not giving a fuck, it kind of starts to read as fake to me after a while. Like, good deeds don't need to be documented in order to be validated. Like, I feel like that's kind of the whole fucking point of philanthropy is like not needing praise in return for it, which is what the fuck I've had to say multiple times. I'm like, I don't need to shout it from the fucking rooftops to prove I'm a good person to y'all. I'm actually practicing in good faith of being a good person. Like, I'm actually doing the shit. Like, that's what the fuck I'm doing.
Well, and in our culture,
yes, like that's the whole fucking point. And I had to say that once in a video because I was so goddamn tired of it. Like, I was like, you guys, like, people like the fucking Paul brothers recorded themselves giving homeless people a haircut. And then all of a sudden people are like, you need to show me every good deed you've ever fucking done. Otherwise, it's not real. And that's exploitive and awful. And ask me if they did anything fuck else after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so annoying to me when people virtue signal like that, because it's like, yeah, you're right. Actually, let's think of all the people that I know off the top of my head that haven't posted anything within the last couple minutes that I've seen. It's fucking annoying. Like, and unfortunately then that starts to take precedence over the issue itself. Like, is who's not talking about it, like, instead of the actual issue itself, which matters. Oh, don't even get me started. I already started.
This next one's from Caroline. She said, those cottage cheese protein powder recipes, like, I don't want a grainy ass protein cookie dough. And she also wrote, when someone calls yogurt yog, don't piss me off.
I think that's British people.
I heard that.
Yeah, I think British people call it that because they say yogurt. So
sure.
Like,
but I think the same thing of the cottage cheese protein powder shit. Anything with cottage cheese, enough. I feel the same way about the Greek yogurt shit, the Greek yog stuff. Enough. That's enough. I've seen enough.
I just think, again, like, we don't need to hear about it. Do it. That's fine. I don't need to hear about it anymore. I just feel like it's that. Yeah, talk about fucking propaganda shit. Being beat over the head with cottage cheese bullshit.
Here's my breakfast with 5,000 protein grams.
Tell you and can I share a secret with y'all? Can I tell you something? There's many other ways to get protein. Cottage cheese is a very easy way to get protein, yes. But there are lots of other ways to get protein. That is not the only way. Don't let people convince you that that is the only way to get your fucking protein. Or get it in high quantities either. Sure. Peanut butter is also a protein. Did anybody know that? We just saying stuff. and meat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, ever heard of meat
and shrimp?
Y'all fucking with chomps like that?
Yeah, for real. I just started saying obvious fucking shit.
What did Caleb say? So, not me eating 27 chomps.
No, I was like, I have to hit my protein goals. And then he goes, right, my protein. What I hit my protein goals. What I have like 27 chomps. I fucking hate him. Dude, that reminds me. The clip from my episode with him where he's talking about a crunchy green, right? Yeah. I commented on that video.
Do you guys know what he's talking about? I've never heard anyone say that.
I've heard leafy green. I've heard a green.
But you've gone to dinner with people and they said, should we get a leafy green?
Yeah, they're like, should we get a green?
You can get whatever you want. I'm getting what I want.
Well, why people like that like to share? It's so true. It's
horrible.
Oh, God, it's torturous.
It's horrible.
That's how it feels when I have to share. When I have to share my entree.
Me when I have to share.
Me when I have to share my fucking entree, bro. Why do you think I got so fucked up at dinner? When I went to dinner in Hawaii.
Honestly, I have been to dinners with white people like that, and every time I leave trash because of that.
I was so fucking trashed, bro. Yeah, and it's because we shared a bunch of greens.
It's true.
There was hardly any protein. Yes. Hardly any. That's why I got so trashed off like 6 Mai Tais. Okay. Oh, they were delicious though. And then I felt like dog shit for the whole day next day.
What were you going to say about the crunchy green?
Oh, I was going to say, so that video, I commented on it and I wrote, 60% of these episodes with Caleb is him repeating himself and not adding anything to the joke solely because it's making me laugh. Like he just keeps saying it to me, badgering me with it. It feels like he's beating me over the head with it. And it just keeps making me laugh. And I was like, which I fucking hate. Like I hate him for that. And that's so obvious because he says leafy crunchy green 6,000 times in that like 2-minute clip. And when I was looking at the comments, Phineas commented and was like, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Of course he would. Look at
him. Yeah, and then I responded and I said, oh, I bet you do, brother. Case closed. Skinny white. Yeah. Case closed. But
he goes, is that the skinny or the white part of you? You guys
like, which fucking side of you says that shit? When he says a wedge. What? That's why so funny. When I said, what am I, an ape? And you can hear you laugh really loud. What am I, an ape?
Just throw fucking like cantaloupes in there.
Yeah, they just throw wedges in there and then they rip them apart.
Not even wedges, just whole heads of cabbage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes they're in wedges.
Of course I'm laughing at that
when they like spread it out like that so they have to go get it.
That was funny. I laughed at that part.
Later in the clip, I say they put my treats in there so I learned how to pick it out myself.
It's a snuff mat or snuffle mat, whatever they call it.
Work on my dexterity as a baby champ.
They're giving you lick mats at dinner.
And these bitches try to tell me I can't keep up with Caleb. Wait, can I speak to that for a second? Actually, that reminds me.
Who said that?
Let me get back on my soapbox for a second.
Who said that?
Well, there was one, and I say this with love because this person does love me, and they do love the three of us. They have like a fan account dedicated to us, and they've clipped a bunch of edits of our episodes together. Anyways, like us with each other, and then also the three of us together. And so they were saying this is for someone, whoever says that Drew can't keep up with them, which I was like, I've seen.
Oh, I thought they were telling you can't. They're saying like, this is proof that Drew can't.
Yeah, this was like on another account that wasn't mine, but there was like, I've seen the take that me and Brittany aren't as funny as Caleb, which I obviously disagree. I think we're all funny in our own ways. We all
like to sing.
I think we're all really good at singing, actually.
We all like to sing,
I think that Caleb is funny in a way that most people could never even comprehend. And I feel like it's because like they just found him. Whereas like they've known me and Brittany for so long that they feel like,
and we've been following Caleb forever.
Right. Yeah. And exactly my point. Like I have screenshots. You guys probably sometimes see them on meme accounts on Instagram. There are Caleb tweets
all the time.
Literally all the time in meme accounts from back in the fucking day, like 2015, 2016. He's just been the funniest motherfucker I
have one of his TikToks
ever.
saved. I'm going to find it. And it's from like December of 2022. And it's really funny.
I favorited one of his too before we became friends. And before I knew we were following each other. Like before I knew he was following me. Dason actually told me he was following me.
I was like, when did Caleb follow you? You're like, what? No way.
And so, anywho, my point being, I've seen that take before, and I'm like, that's like purely misogyny. Like, there's really no other way to put that.
Yes.
That's purely misogyny. But with this one, this is purely racism. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I saw someone say, I think that Drew's funny just in not as funny as them because I got known for making fun of men and like not everybody finds that funny. So therefore I'm just not funny.
So because that's how they found you.
That's my point.
That means that's the only thing you do.
Well, and then they're like, well, I'm not saying she's not funny. I'm just saying,
That is what you just said.
I would urge you to listen to me when I ask you this question and answer honestly. Have had any of you ever heard of Caleb before he was on my show? Right. And I mean that very seriously when it comes to trolls who like to say that to me and Brittany.
I can tell you right now, no, because all of you bitches keep bringing up the Cooper shit.
Story. Like, that's the first one you guys always reference. And I'm talking about the people who try to say that not just Brittany, but me specifically are not as nowhere near as funny. Like, what's crazy is, like, you guys only found Caleb because of TikTok. I've known Caleb because of his comedy for fucking years. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, you bitches can't fuck with me, first of all. But second of all, I was like, I like how the more popular the trio of us becomes, the more it turns into a fucking BTS thing. Mm-hmm. You bitches are picking biases. What is the fucking deal? Don't treat us that way. What the fuck? Like, we're real life friends and we're all comedians, I would say, in some respect. Mm-hmm. So fuck off is my fucking point. But I just thought that was so funny because I was like, what are we picking faves? Yeah. We're One Direction all over again. What are we doing? We're reliving it. What is this? Destiny's Child? That's crazy. That's crazy. And then that's what me and Caleb talked about. You were there, obviously, before we were filming. We were talking about it. And he was saying how pissed off it makes him because he was saying, like, I think my friends are the funniest people alive. Like, when people tell me they're not funny, it pisses me the fuck off. Which is true because, like, what would you know? But also, you put some respect on Caleb's name. He is so much funnier than that Cooper story. You have no idea. That was just a riff he came up with. That's not even his actual tried and true comedy. If you actually went and watched him live, you guys have no fucking idea.
Which, if you do get the opportunity to see him, you should go see
him.
You
should. But anyhow, I just wanted to tell you that because I was like, that's fucking weird. And in a way, I was grateful that I had never seen that kind of, like, fucking fodder. Sure. Because I was like, that's so dumb. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
And everyone that says stuff like that, you think you're the funniest person in your friend group. Sorry, you do. I don't even think that when we're together. I'm not like, well, I'm the funniest one in here. I don't even think
I don't either. I just think I can't wait to practice. That's what I think when I hang out with them.
I can't wait to play with my friends. That's what I think when I'm with my friends.
That's how it feels. And what's crazy is, like, some of the funniest things we've ever said, you'll never hear. No. You would never. You have no idea how funny I can be. You have no fucking idea. If I didn't have this phenotype, you have no idea what I could accomplish. But anywho, I just thought that was fucking weird. And then I was like thinking, it feels so not like, it feels like you're treating us like we're a boy band.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, gosh, is this what Little Mix felt like?
Group, and I was like, this is so fucking
it's stupid. Just unnecessary, and it's like mean shit. You don't even need
and we're like fully formed adults, so like obviously we're not gonna feel any type of way about each other because we're not children and we're not in high school,
and because we all like to sing,
and because at the end of the day
I think we all like to sing.
I think we're all equals, and
I think we're all funny too.
I made that joke to Cynthia Erivo and she laughed. I told her, I said, she was like, well, it's because we're so alike. I go, you're right, in talent too. And then she looked at me and I go, you haven't heard me, so. And she was like, she wanted to laugh so much. She was like, you're right, I haven't. And I go, yeah, so careful what do you say. I think we can both sing just as well as the
I think we actually both like to sing Cynthia Erivo, actually.
And fuck all you bitches who say I'm not funny.
Okay, this next one's from Rox. She said, staying friends with your friends' exes. Oh, that's a good one. That one's just as good as the one I said, yeah.
You're such a weirdo if you do that shit.
She also wrote, ACOTAR being the best fantasy series.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say the best. I think I need to read more of them, but it's up there. It's up there in terms. It's up there. Come on. I know we don't want to admit it, but
she says it's not her favorite. She doesn't think.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the best. I don't think I would say.
And
the
then
best.
She also wrote Brat's Summer happening for a second year, which is funny because on the Patreon I said that Brat's Summer should never end because I had so much fun. But I understand what you're saying.
I agree. I would say it's time for the next phase.
Start looking at her other stuff, guys. Brat is one of her best albums, but she's put out such cool stuff.
Yeah, track 10 has been on a loop in my house lately.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up someone who's been listed in here many a times, team.
Okay.
It's Benson Boone.
I knew it. I manifested it. I meant Moonbeam Ice Cream.
Okay, sure. If you want to watch us accidentally harmonize with each other about mystical, magical,
right,
you should subscribe to the Patreon. That was one of the funniest bonus episodes we've done in a really long time.
We said that about 2,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually listened to the whole song
because they can't copyright me on there.
Right, and I had never heard it before, so obviously
the beginning part of it,
he almost had me.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
For those of you that have only heard the chorus, the god awful chorus on TikTok, you should go listen to the beginning because honestly, it is a catfish. It catfishes you. It's like, oh, I'm feeling it, and then he hits you with that awful fucking chorus, and you're like, never mind. Actually, I would say Moonbeam Ice Cream is the pre-chorus, and then the mystical, magical.
So he is listed in here quite a bit, team.
Yeah, that's real. I saw a meme about him. I can't remember if I've talked about it on here. Apologies if I have already, but I saw a meme about him that was like, it was like a picture of him on a magazine and he had a mustache but no chest hair, and someone's like, there's something so disingenuous about a mustache with no chest hair. Yeah, it's performative. Like when a man's jewelry is performative, his mustache can be performative too, unfortunately. So, and you know what? They kind of read down. Honestly, they kind of clocked his bitch. But I just feel like actually, wait, this is what I will say, and I said this in the bonus episode too, but I think Kay Poyer had a wonderful take on him. I thought her take was really funny and very true.
Like she tends to have really good takes, so that makes sense.
I've also heard he's a Mormon.
Which, the rise of Mormonism in pop culture, Katie put that on here.
Oh, okay.
Is there others?
I don't know. Maybe the Twilight lady, but that's old.
Who's that?
The lady who wrote Twilight.
Oh, okay.
Like she was Mormon.
Yes.
She's a devout Mormon. And
then I'm like, the rise of Mormonism in pop culture. I just talked for 30 minutes about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, so I got it. I'm locked in. And here's what I will say.
Oh shit, that's right.
I forgot I did that.
I fucking forgot
that. None of them are.
Is there anything else?
None of them talk about practicing Mormonism. Like I don't. They'll be like, that's not how you talk to elders. We learned that in the Mormon Church. You got a divorce because you got married at 19. And you've been talking about orgasms all week. That's also not Mormon. Also,
you have a Beleza discount code. So unfortunately, Mormonism is not on the table for weapons. Sorry. Unfortunately, you got to leave that one.
There's a couple of things in here. Do you have more thoughts on Benson Boone? Oh, do you want to did you share Kay Poyer's take? Or did I cut you off?
Well, I think you should go watch it. But yeah, she had a really great take on Benson Boone in her Ethical Hating series, and basically leeching off gay sexuality, gay culture, but unwilling to commit to sexuality or that culture makes you a fucking corny fraud.
Yes.
Essentially. And that's why no one's latching on. Like she was saying, he should get the same person who made the Packer that Austin wears. What's his name?
Not
Austin Butler. Yeah.
No, Ross Lynch.
Ross Lynch, who played Austin in Austin and Ally.
That's right. I knew your thought process. I remembered.
Yeah, Ross Lynch. She said he should get the same Packer. Whoever made his Packer should make him one, which is so funny. So yeah, I would say I agree with that take. I think that's true. I think he was born on the cob, and I'm not buying it.
Sure.
No thanks.
Okay, this next one's from Steven. They said power balance bracelets. What are those? Do you know? That seems like a gym thing.
Those feel so old. Like those feel like.
What is that? What are
they're
those?
like the bracelets where they're like you have perfect balance. So no one can push me over. I feel like those have been a thing.
Oh, these?
Yeah.
Oh, are people still wearing
Are those
these?
coming back? I felt like those were like a mid 2010s thing.
This is all AI. Big AI wants you to get back into power balance bracelets.
That was like mid 2010s thing, I think. Because even in Modern Family, there's a joke, a cold open where Jay's like, he's mad at me since I hit him with the door. And he was like, I can't even lose balance. Go ahead, push me. And then Phil opens the door really hard and it knocks him over and hurts him. Yeah. So like that was like 2013.
Are those making a comeback, team?
Oh,
the recession indicator,
recession indicator for real.
This next one's from Amy. She said those new age health buzzwords like seed oils. I agree. Gut health, fucking what's the cortisol face? Cortisone. I need cortisone.
Being a woman is so suffocating.
Cortisol face, lymphatic drainage.
I can. Lymphatic drainage is a real thing.
Enough.
It is a real thing. It's just not. It's not gonna make you skinny, if that makes sense. Like it debloats you. Yes, that is actually an old medicine practice. I just think it's being marketed and perverted. You know what I'm saying? It's been infested with perverse nature, I would say. Anywho, Yeah, any type of shit like that, like the cortisol shit, the seed oil stuff, the fucking, it's same thing with keto, like all these kind of buzzwords. Even like I told Dason, a new version of that to me is when people say they want to do health shots, where they make them at home all the time, the ginger shots.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like
the immunity, whatever.
Yeah, the immunity shots. Like I understand that they're for like to clear your sinuses or whatever. I understand that that's a real thing. I just fear that they're moving in a direction where they're becoming a meal replacement to some extent.
Oh, okay.
Because when you do that shit, it like shoots that cayenne pepper up your shit, and then you're like not hungry. You know what I'm saying? I fear it's moving in that direction in the way that I've seen women start to make them. They're like, oh, I'm just going to have one of these shots with my fucking cucumber.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I fear it's moving in that direction, and it's people just kind of following trends instead of tracking the pattern of like, we're in an Ozempic phase, we're in a big like skinny phase. It's a big, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If the whole point of the immunity shots are to, boost your immune system and whatever.
Yeah, and you eat too.
Yeah, I was like, I understood that, like the genesis of it.
Yeah.
If it's turning into, I have one of those for breakfast because I wake up at 4 a.m. to go do Pilates. That's not healthy.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no,
that's the energy
it all
it's giving me.
tends to move back into those pipelines. So you're right. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's like that's where it kind of freaks me out. But that's how I feel about the seed oil thing, the cortisol thing. Like, I'll tell you this, like a lot of times, like at the very center of that, it's to get you to feel insecure about feeling or looking bloated.
Yes.
And feeling or looking fat. Like it's quite literally trying to prey on that fear that everybody inherently, unfortunately, has. So they latch onto those things so that you can start to be like, oh my God, okay, that's why I have this belly. That's why I have this. No, it's not. Like, no, it's not. I can promise you 99% of the time that's not the case.
Yes.
They're just preying on your fear. So I think that's why unpacking and unlearning your internalized fat phobia is so fucking hard to do, but also imperative that you do at the same time. Like as pointless as that practice may feel, especially now, it's unfortunately just as important. So I hate shit like that. And I also always ask Billy, because Billy's has a license and shit and all that, so like I ask him all the time, is this for real?
I mean, our dad does too. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're surrounded by experts all the time about everything.
Well, and I ask, and then he's like, no, and then he's like, and if it is, he's like, it's not in the way that they're saying it though. Like, he explains it to me in a very literal way, and a way that's like not nearly as fear mongering. You know what I'm saying? Propaganda.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay, one that's in here quite a bit too is probiotic sodas. Mi gente.
Mi gente. You're not alone, okay? You have community in me. Take this dab. Yeah, you earned it. Yeah, exactly. They will not convince me to give over my soda.
That's all that the Secret Lives of Mermaid Wives is propaganda for people to start buying poppies. That's all of them are drinking poppies the whole time. Poppies and hair extensions. That's the propaganda that they're sharing.
I'm sorry to say, no. You will not get me.
Yeah.
Nothing is going to speak to me quite like that aspartame, and I don't want to hear it. Okay? And no, they don't taste like regular soda. You bitches are on crack. No, they don't actually taste anything like soda at all. It's crazy because you're a liar. And you know what it is? They taste like whatever flavor they are. They taste like they had essence of it.
Okay.
It tasted like they had just like the aroma of it maybe around them, the thoughts of it. That person was thinking of lemons when they made it, and that's what's in there.
It's
lemons.
just a whisper of lemon.
It's just my thoughts and prayers about lemons. That's what's in there.
In the soda water.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's fucking San Pellegrino with nothing. That's what the fuck it is. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like when someone has a Juul pod and they blow it, and whatever smell that is, like if it's melon.
Yeah, like a vape, yeah.
Yeah, vape juice smell. That's what the fuck it tastes like. Like in a fucking carbonated soda water.
This next one's from Derek. He wrote that Dutch Bros is better than Black Rock. I like both because I get the little Red Bull drinks. I fuck with both.
Yeah, I mean, I have to lean towards Black Rock on Forge, but you know, I could be swayed.
Yeah.
My morals can be bought, unfortunately, in this debate. So, if Dutch Bros wants to talk nicely to me, we can see. As of right now, I'm a huge fan of fucking Black Rock. And I haven't even gotten to try, like, most of it.
Sure.
I want to try more treats and shit from there. But their drinks are fucking... Oh, I wish I had a Black Rock near me. That'd be so nice.
This next one's from Grace. She said, only pooping at home.
Oh, yeah. No, you're crazy. Would I prefer to do that? Yes.
If I gotta go, I will go. Here's what I will say. We've made fun of people that poop on airplanes. And I get when you gotta go. You should have poopery with you. I feel like it's rude to the rest of the plane if you don't. But
or at least courtesy flush and then put a bunch of soap in the sink.
Yeah. Like when we were coming back from Chicago, I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
There was poop all over the inside of the toilet. And no matter how many times I flushed it with the lid closed, it would not go down.
Ew.
So I had to pee on top of it. Like if that was my poop and it was that like messy, I'm using a paper towel and I'm wiping it and putting it. I'm not leaving it in there. It wasn't just a little bit of hint of poop. It was, you could smell it while you're going to pee. Yeah. So then I get up and go back to my seat, and Carrie was sitting with me, and Carrie went in there, and I go, wait, I forgot to tell her that wasn't my poop. And when she came back, I told her that wasn't me. She goes, I was just going to ask you.
Disgusting.
She goes, and I figured it wasn't you because I tried to flush it 6 times and it wouldn't go down. And then yesterday I was out at WeHo Pride, like I said. I went to the Abbey. I was safe, don't worry. And I went to the bathroom to go pee. Someone was taking a dump next to me.
Yeah, that's insane.
What are we doing?
That's insane.
What are we doing? Stop.
And if it's an emergency, I guess, but that is insane.
When it's an emergency, that means it's time to go home.
Two things can be true at once.
I only like to poop at home. I get that because I want my bidet and it makes me feel clean.
I just said, like, that's why I said, I get it. I'm wanting, but unfortunately, sometimes you gotta go. And if I gotta go, unfortunately, yes. I gotta go. I told y'all I sweat through a jean jacket in a fucking Long's Drugs bathroom once. Unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, like, just me and that guy in the Long's Drugs, and like, yeah. Yes. But, you know, would I have preferred to do that in the comfort of my own home? Yes, of course. Especially because in the house I lived in at the time, my roommate and I had our own bathrooms, which was very nice.
Yeah, that's
so nice. Like, having my own bathroom, yeah. Would I have liked to go in my home bowl? Of course. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to do it. Remember when Adam said that at the Wicked premiere, that guy was diarrheaing next to him?
Well, and that seemed like an emergency.
Yeah, at the Wicked premiere. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going home after, but like, would I have preferred to do this in the same building as Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande? No, of course not.
Okay, this is gonna be the last one we do, and if you want to be possibly picked, make sure you go to our Instagram story highlights to send your submission. So this last one we're gonna do, this one's from Nikki. She said they hate on alternative milk / that whole milk is being cool again, and I have noticed that, and I'm not falling for it.
I have noticed that too, and I have noticed the demographic that tends to say that. Color me shocked. No,
bunch of Benson Boons out there.
Color me shocked. Yeah, it's all connects.
You know he backflips into a cup of whole milk. You just know that.
Skinny talk, Mormon wives, Benson Boone.
It's a circle. It's a circle.
Milk. It all connects.
It's a circle.
It goes all the way to the top, unfortunately.
Someone else was talking about raw milk too. Fuck raw milk. Do not consume raw milk.
Who the fuck? Like,
well, we know it's those people.
That's my point, though. Is
what,
just like,
can you explain something to me?
I'll try my best.
What is a seed oil?
Like sesame oil.
Is that like the worst thing I could ever possibly put in my body?
I think it's what makes you fucking fat.
That's what they say. What is seed oil?
I think it makes you fucking fat, and I think that's fucking gross. So I think you need to fucking avoid it.
Who is seed oil?
Apparently it's like it causes inflammation in the gut, and that's why you bloat, which is, again, we circle back to fat. So
common examples include canola, corn, soybeans, sunflower, safflower, and grapeseed oils.
Yeah. You know, like canola oil is the most accessible oil too.
Yes.
So
something
again, once again, you know what I mean? I know people fucking hate that it all connects, but unfortunately it does.
The potential drawbacks of these is that they are due to their high omega-6 fatty acid content and how they are processed.
Yeah. What does it cause? Fat? What's the prognosis, Doc? That's how it feels. It's fucking fat.
Anyways, that's how I feel about raw milk, seed oils. What the hell are we talking about, girl?
Yeah, the whole milk shit, like, fuck all you bitches. Like, you guys have, you weren't there when I had ricotta and I had to shower 3 times in one night. Like, fuck you,
before I had to go to work.
You think, fuck you, ho. I had to sit on a chair and like on a pillow, like, because I had to glam, and like I literally couldn't sit. I had to sit on a pillow because like my butt hurt. because I was paying the piper for having ricotta cheese. Like, that's
thought
so
it was
unfair.
burrata. She misheard the waitress.
Yeah. And I had to have a BBL pillow.
A pilonidal cyst pillow for my butt.
For
your butthole.
A fucking boppy. I just said a fucking boppy.
Shut the fuck up. Y'all ever poop so hard you need to sit on a fucking boppy?
You need to sit on a fucking boppy? Yeah, I didn't fucking think so. You bitches don't know what the fuck I've been through.
The asylum that I lived
You wouldn't
through.
last a fucking day. And you know what? You need to stop pushing that shit on me because that's what I'm going through.
Me and raw milk equals boppy.
Boppy pillow. And you do the math.
Are those still around?
Fuck, I don't know. They're probably not even called that anymore.
You all know what a boppy is.
Breastfeeding pillow.
Is that what it's called?
That's what we called it.
I just knew the brand was called a boppy.
Yeah.
It's like those little crescent pills that go around your stomach.
Boppy.
And I would wear it so then I can hold Donnie in my arms and my arms would get tired.
They're like breastfeeding pillows.
No, I understand. But y'all fucking with boppies.
Y'all ever had to sit on a fucking boppy after you ever caught a cheese?
And this episode is not sponsored by boppies or gym. How many times?
Or the gym. Or the gym.
Anyways. Okay, team, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Two Idiot Girls.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you buy Drew's book. Make sure you sign up for the Patreon. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Love you. Bye.
Bye.